I think it's incredibly important that the coach programme exists.
If you actually look at the football industry, it's pretty conservative, apart from on the kind of playing side. The playing side, every week we watch the Premier League and the Championships, and there's black and Asian players.
I've worked in academy football for nearly 10 years now, and there's a lot of white coaches.
And we only have to look at headline figures which suggest that fewer BME coaches are taking the higher level coaching qualifications, that there are so very few employed within the professional game. So what the coach programme does is to provide a way of enabling access to those tiers of the game for black and Asian coaches.
As I stand here in the end of May, there isn't one manager in the Football League or the Premier League. There's something wrong there, so as the governing body, we've got to make sure we do everything we can to try and address that.
Brendan Batson came in and explained what he wanted to do. Our club is in a multicultural area, so we wanted to support the programme.
The players coming through the door are going to be culturally mixed. It's important that everybody understands how to deal with people from different areas and people who have been through different things. And also the social side of it is very important, the social differences of us as well.
I think it helps that our coaches and staff actually reflect the diversity that is London as well.
We have to try and think, how are these players thinking? If at some point there's an extra interaction or ability to interact that kicks in, something that triggers a player in a positive way by having a visual of a coach that's of the same ethnicity as they are, and that supports the player and makes a positive impact, and fantastic.
And it does help with certain players, just understanding players' backgrounds. And sometimes it's better when it comes from me and Cess, when we sort of like telling the kids about rules, regulations, discipline, and that makes a big impact on the environment of Leeds United.
By opening the doors, there's probably opportunities that will come for the young coaches, but I think there's also opportunities for the clubs. I think it's a win-win for all parties, really.
There's a very clear economic benefit that the clubs themselves were accessing a group of highly skilled, highly motivated, highly talented young coaches at kind of minimal cost.
There was an opportunity for Cess to access funding, and then the club, all they had to do was really give him an opportunity to develop his experience, develop his knowledge further.
What we tended to do is just open our doors and is access all areas for the coaches that come in.
The Coach Bursary programme has already made lots of differences. I've been in a meeting this morning where we've looked at some of the research, and we've got 10 people are now in full-time employment that have been through the bursary programme within clubs.
We had a look at a couple of people who come in, of which Danny was one. He came in, he did very well, so we thought, yeah, this is good. So we got him a part-time job here.
I think to be allowed into the inner sanctum of a club is a huge opportunity, and it's up to them to learn and to grasp as much from the opportunity as they can.
The bursary programme will help everybody. I think it can help anybody because you're addressing a situation that you think is important to allow people to have the exposure to top-level coaching and a top-level situation. If that was around in my day, I think it would have been a help for everybody.